Hey everyone, it's a little bit rainy here today in Toronto, Ontario. Lincoln came out to play, but as you can see, it's a long weekend for us, so I decided to play a little bit too. Took the front bumper off, and I'll show you why. And I also took the side panel off here, the side molding here. There's two pieces, and because there's a rust spot here, and unfortunately I don't know how to weld too well. I can do the floors because it's shitty and it's covered by carpet, but this stuff's a little bit more finesse for me, so hopefully the guy tomorrow is going to be able to take care of that for me. Unfortunately here in Ontario we don't get too many people wanting to actually do that work, so it's hard to find somebody. So I'm going to start to learn how to weld myself because I can't rely on these guys. But anyway, that's going to go in tomorrow. Took the bumper off because there was some rust on the bumper that I wanted done, and the guy was saying he's just going to tape it off and stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. I'm going to take it off. I wanted to take it off, and he's like, no. He goes, you know, it's probably rusted. It's not going to be able to get at it. Anyway, I got it off with just by hand bombing it, wrenching it. Again, hard to find good people to do work, so there's that. Let me show you the piece here that I took off. And there's some clips that go on the back here. This is one that goes on, and this came out okay. And then there's another one here. This one here, but it broke on me when I was taking it out. So I drilled it out, took off the stud because it broke anyway. Drilled it out. I'm going to try and tap it and then see if I can get this back on. I'll figure it out. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But anyway, let me go to the bumper here. So these 4 bolts right here are what hold it in place. I had already taken apart the fog lights just because I just wanted them off. And here is where the rust was. Right here, this rust. So as you know, there's a bumper pad here that clips in. I took that out. That's a pain in the ass to take out. It's right here. And then this piece here, the license plate cover, is also a pain in the ass to take out. You got to drill out the top parts right here and here from the inside. It's held in by rivets. I don't even know why they'd use rivets, but they use rivets. Anyway, drilled them out. I'm going to end up putting screws in there after. I'm going to modify it. This piece came out. Took me a long time to get it out, but I took it out. I had to take my time. I didn't want to break any clips. These are very hard to find. I'm hoping that goes in okay. But what he wanted to do was that sits here, right along here. And he's like, yeah, well, I'll take care of this for you, and then I'll just paint it. I'm like, I just take the bumper off if you're going to do it. So obviously people don't want to work. So I ended up doing this. I have some PB Blaster soaking in some of the other sections right now, because what I'm going to do is going to try and take off right here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there are a couple of them in here. There are 4 in here, and this will take off this piece here, and then that way you have just the bumper. And then I don't have a paint booth, so what I'm going to do is I'll clean it up, send it in for paint, put it back together, put it back on, so at least I know that when the bumper goes on, it's 100%. It's pretty clean actually here, considering this is a Canadian car and we'd seen a few winters, but I don't drive it I only drive it when, now for the past 20 years I've only been driving it when there's no cloud in the sky, so I think that's been helping out. So the rust has been kind of at bay, so it's not too bad. This whole thing needs a new paint job anyway at some point, but anyway, that's what I'm doing here. Long weekend. I figured I'd just shoot a quick clip of it, and hopefully this is helpful for anybody else. and when you want to take this apart and get some work done, especially around there where it rusts usually. Take care, everyone. Drive it like you stole it.